action.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Yeah, broadcast live from the heart of Europe. This is the most badass. A very special surprise. SFTP, Ray-lej3nd, and Mr. Matt Pitt. How are you, sir?
What's going on? What's going on, Tom?
So you want to know? I'll tell a story while I'm here. We'll see if we can get some people in here too, because this is not normally my time. Late C, yeah, I guess. Well, I don't stream Fridays, so
it's either really late or really early, depending
really
on
early.
what
It really depends when you learn it. And considering one of the reasons is too, there's going to be no Sunday show, and I'll tell you why in a minute. I just got back from the hospital. I have to do another. I did one in the Army. I have to do another sleep study, and I was probably only unconscious for like 2 hours. And oh, by the way, guess what my blood pressure was when I went in there? Something happened. It's 120 over 80.
Is that good or bad?
That's like perfect for my age.
Good. There you go.
Perfect. That's good for a young person.
Tommy.
What's that?
I said all those pills are working now.
Yeah, I guess so. No, that's perfect. Yeah, the people know that it's perfect. I don't even know what happened. Like, what did I do? Maybe because I'm like I don't know. Maybe because I'm running around a little bit more. I've been doing more walks and stuff. So I mean, it might be just that simple. And the reason I'm doing the sleep study is because initially they thought it was a kidney overproducing adrenaline, and now they think it's just because I sleep apnea, which I was diagnosed with in the Army. The problem is, and I don't know if the problem's going to go away. I ripped the machine off my face unconsciously. Thank you, Shadow Humor. Coming up on your annual prostate exam. Annual? Actually, it's coming. Yeah, it's been 10 years. Good point. Thanks for reminding me.
While we're thanking donations, shout out to Palsper Point for $60 while we were.
I've actually
go on yet.
I've had 3 prostate exams already by the time I was 30.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
a lot of fingers up your ass. Jesus.
Yeah, fingers, robots.
Robots,
full blown robots.
Oh Jesus!
I had a little cancer scare about 10-15 years ago. Yeah, and some other stuff too. But no, I haven't had one, and I'm 45. I really need one. Thanks for reminding me. There you go. So I did the sleep study, and you know this. I'll go to bed after a show, and I'll wake up 3 hours later, right? And then I'll fuck around all the time. But recently, I just been hanging out with Joey, which is turned into the Glory Hunter crew. Which, by the way, we have 2 streams today and today or tomorrow, if you think about it. But then after those streams, I have to go back to the sleep study space. So I only lasted 2 hours, and I just went to the guy, and I woke up, and it's like Friday night in Wiesbaden. I'm hearing music, and people are drinking and partying and doing everything I did in Wiesbaden in my 20s, you know. And I called the guy, like I hit the nurse button. I was like, I can't sleep. Like I'm up, I'm wide fucking awake, and this is what I normally do. So he's lying. When Tommy sees blood pressure, he's lying. I was low once, and that finger entered. I don't know if it was a robot. The robot did my operation, my diverticulitis operation too. You know that?
Oh really?
Yeah. Oh no, Jack. They put it's like a machine over your belly, and it cuts you open and does everything.
Is it like
they do it remotely. Control? They do it remotely, like from a computer, but they just put the machine over your body. You know? You want to know? I can't believe you made me say that. You want to know this painful thing I went through in my life?
What's that?
And this is a weird time in my life. This black guy comes in. He's like, we can get rid of that catheter now. I don't know. Have you? I guess with the leg, did you have a catheter?
Yes, I had a catheter.
It's miserable, right? Well, I woke up with it.
Yeah.
Right. So it wasn't that bad, and getting it out is just like, and you're good, right?
Right.
He took it out too early and had to put it back in while I was away.
Oh, it sucks. You know what's this is a little bit too much TMI, but you know what's really painful with
what's that?
Well, you know what's really painful with the catheter in you?
What?
When you get an erection.
I never had that.
It's really like TMI. Yeah, I had an erection while I had a catheter in me, but like it's really fucking painful. Yeah. It's really fucking painful.
I was so mad at that guy. I wanted to punch him. He's trying to do me a favor, and they're like, "No, you need it back in." And he was like, "My mistake." My mistake.
Dude, when nurses make mistakes, the patient pays so hard.
You know what it is too? I've had a black man hold my dick while he was a dude, and the only thing is, I don't know. Is it weird? Would it be better if he was gay, or like I don't think he was I think he was like I don't think he was a gay dude.
It would have been better for you if he was gay.
Yeah, I know. Does that make me gay? Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it sucked. So yeah, I guess it's time for the prostate I don't have the prostate exam. I do the what you call it? I never had a prostate exam. I've only had the robot. What do you call that?
Right. I don't know. Like
my dad had one recently
what?
too. What do you do? No, the other thing that they check. I forget what it's called.
Are you talking about the surgery they do where they stick something up your ass?
Yeah. Look, I'm always out cold. I mean, out cold when it happens. Thank God.
It's like where they put something.
Yeah, I forget what that's called. So I don't need an exam. I need the colonoscopy. There you go. Colonoscopy. DMT's had a few. Yeah, I've had like when I say I had the prostate exam, I had 3 colonoscopies. I've never had I don't think I've ever had the finger that I remember. I'd admit it. I mean, what the fuck at this point? I'm 45. You know, if I did, I forgot. You know, it's kind of a weird thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've had robots. Colonoscopy is down the throat. Okay. No, this wasn't. No, you can go both ways. I went the other way. Whatever. So enough of. I sound like Dave with all the hospital shit. You know, sorry, Dave. Actman put a video out. Admittedly, I only watched the first couple of minutes of it, and it really fucking irritated me. So we're just going to read. This is a semi-reaction video, so most of it we haven't seen. But there was something I really wanted to clear up, and I'm like, well, there ain't shit else to do. Pulsiver Point or sent us $60. I guess there was an issue with PayPal right before we even got out here, so I appreciate that. Yeah, he said got problems with PayPal, but I wanted to, so let's do this, right? I mean, put ones in the chat if you want to do this. So yeah, I want to get to the bottom of this. I went back and watched Willie Mack's video. So Actman put a video out. Actman said by John Swan Locker. Of people telling me I stepped over the line this time, and I respect you, but you got it wrong this time. Collection, and is like, yeah, let's just sign a little reality on this retelling of history, which was what it looks like to me. I'll do what I always do. If he's got it right, I'll give it to him. But we also stay tuned. We learned something. We actually touched base with Willie Mack before we went on there. Don't say what he told us. Right. That it almost completely destroys him. Like everything. I think most of you with the stuff I was putting out is like nobody denies that Quantum's a maniac, that he's a Susie Lou. But my point is that, and he's nowhere near as bad as Quantum, but really Actman is not much different. He shares more in common with Quantum than he doesn't. Swinging his audience, trying to get people taken down, bringing up things like, gay rights that have nothing to do with copyright or whatever happened to him. And we've seen this 100 times before with 100 different YouTubers. And yeah, he's really not that much different. He's really not much different. Now, the tweet that he wrote, which, I don't know, it came through our grapevine, they were more pissed about that they were anti-gay. That YouTube got pissed off that they were anti-gay. Yeah. But nobody denies the Why Don't I Dox YouTube employees tweet was obviously satirical. I mean, nobody could say otherwise. I mean, it was satirical. There's no way around it. But it was definitely daring. And, my whole thing was like, this guy's an egomaniac. He's a typical YouTuber. I'm an egomaniac. Most people that do this are egomaniacs. And for some reason, this particular time, it backfired on him. Too extreme, by the way. I don't think they should have took his monetization away. And he did get it back. So we heard that, a month or two ago? Did he get his monetization back?
I want to say like a month and a half ago, maybe.
Yeah. And come on, Tom. He hasn't striked anyone yet. Zero the hero. Well, he tried to strike me, as we all know.
Yeah.
Yeah. He told Nick, like, I got him. Yeah. So, yeah, there we go. The whole... I
can't believe you made me say that!
Let's see. Blue Diamond, the 7th. You should do this every once in a while. Yeah, probably. Tonight's tonight. So let's switch. Let's watch his stuff. So my channel's been demonetized Aftermath. It's got 500 views. He really wasn't affected by it. I'm sure he got tons of dough for this. And here we go. Wait a minute. This video is recorded on July 27th. I cannot be sure my channel will remain in good health after uploading this. That's weird. However, I rebel against the notion that I must live in constant fear of what I say and do on this platform. Well, why wouldn't you be under constant fear of what you say and do on your platform when you yourself guaranteed taking somebody else down and you tried to bring in like current political stuff to do it, like gay rights? Your opponent said homophobic things. Your argument was he should be banned because that's what's in YouTube's TOS. As long as that exists, everyone on this platform is in constant fear. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Like, who is it in? I don't know. I like most of my conversations with YouTubers are what you can and can't do.
Right. It's all about optics, right?
So right off the bat, this starts delusional insane, which he is. He's just not as delusional as Quantum. Where's that coming from? Here we go. All right, fade it out.
What's up, everybody? This is the Actman here, and this is like the 5th or 6th time I've tried writing/recording this video, a video talking about my channel's demonetization, the aftermath of that, and everything that has happened. Every time I've sat down to write or record a video about it, I get to the point where I'm like, I don't know if this is safe for me to say. I don't know if this will negatively impact...
I want to point this out. I had a conversation with a big YouTuber this morning. This video, just on the fact that he got his monetization back, is on its face insane. Like, when you got it back, why would you want to stir the nest?
Yeah. Like, why would you go anywhere near this? You know what I mean?
I mean, that's an argument against his arguments. That's more like an optics thing.
Right.
Why am I coughing? I need a cigarette. That's what it is.
Yeah. My channel in the future, or if further action will be taken against me. However, I don't want to live my life as a content creator in constant fear of what I'm allowed and not allowed to.
Join the fucking club, dude. You use cancel culture to get somebody else. Maybe they deserved it. I don't fucking know. I'm starting to think no, by the way. But yeah, you use those same tools that keep everybody in fear. You engaged in the brigading. On me!
Do.
Yeah.
So this is the video. This is it. Welcome. Greetings. Nice to meet you. I'm the Actman. My channel was demonetized over a month ago. Quite a sticky situation that was. Now, first off, I want to say thank you to everyone who voiced their support for me, who disagreed with this decision and voiced their disagreement responsibly. People that complained ethically, you know what I mean? That didn't resort to personal attacks or anything like that.
All right, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what happened to people that didn't resort to personal attacks and complained ethically. All right. All right. First of all, this was the goal. We played this before. This is what really, and this is never a noble goal, no matter how big the shithead is, with the possible exception of the P word guys.
If I had any other criticisms for Actman, it would be that he was a complete obstacle for my research at times.
Oh no. Well, that's not the one I wanted to play. I wanted to play this one. Yeah, this is it.
One destination, the termination of your current YouTube channel, and I will not rest until that is achieved. Listen very closely once more. I will get your YouTube channel deleted.
It's psychotic. Psychotic.
Yes.
Just dumb.
I will get your YouTube channel deleted.
Yeah, it is. And what did I say? I says that's the words of an egomaniac.
I can't believe you made me say that.
So what did Actman just say? Just to rewind. This is like when Batman realized him and the Riddler were the same. So he said he didn't mind the people that disagreed with him honestly. Well, here's the story of disagreeing with him honestly. Oh, and this has nothing to do with me, at least in the beginning.
If I had any other criticisms for Actman, it would be that he was a complete obstacle for my research at times. On Augie RFC's stream, I asked him if he could send me his evidence. He told me no.
If you could send me that would be cool.
Why wouldn't you want to send it? I want to control the narrative. Hey, Tommy, just calling for my story back. 3 months ago,
donated.
I know. He wanted to put a cap on this. I'm putting a cap on this. I know
Tommy's
you're
always
joking.
got to have the last word.
Yeah. No, I'm putting a cap on this. I don't want this. I honestly, from what I can see, this part is rewriting history.
Because it's been hard to find on that side of it.
Well, there's a re-upload of my Dark Age of YouTube video.
Keep my narrative. Keep my narrative. My narrative is the only narrative. There's no criticism. There's no valid criticism there. Just somebody took the video I made down and re-uploaded it. Just use that. There's your research. I did it all already. And by the way, Willie found holes in the research, like Actman ban evading. That wasn't true. None of it was true. He does a whole thing on everything that this guy got wrong.
At this point, I'm kind of...
sorry, Quantum TV didn't ban evade. Excuse me. That wasn't true. That was not true. Objectively.
done investigating shit and sending it to people. I feel like I've done enough of that. And it's not good for my mental health.
I was like, fair.
Not good for your mental health. So what is? Like stirring up controversy for nothing? Like all this other stuff's good for your mental health?
I'm not the police. He doesn't owe me anything. I can respect that. But when I would go do my own research, he would seemingly get mad about it, framing me as a Quantum TV supporter. He'd write, "Why die on this hill defending Quantum? Why is it so hard to say calling someone's family over internet beef is not a good thing to do?" I would never defend Quantum, and I would never support someone calling another person's family over internet beef. That is a ridiculous thing to say about me. I responded, all I did on Augie's podcast was that
this was what happened to people that did it the right way, according to Actman.
Right.
Ask questions, so I got direct answers from you. I still have to verify everything you said on Augie's podcast. It's basic research. It's not me willfully misunderstanding. This is a good thing for me to do. He then mocks me, quoting, "I still have to verify it. LMAO, you already demonstrated your lack of research by not knowing these things. You're uninformed and simply being a contrarian for the sake of being a contrarian."
You see what he's trying to do here?
Yeah.
He's trying to force you into his narrative, which is exactly what he did to me over a mild comment. Yeah, I got nasty with him after the fact, but that will come up on this as well.
In the face of undeniable evidence. Undeniable evidence. Bro, you did get shit wrong. You act like you're above people verifying your work. It's like you made up a whole fucking conspiracy about this guy, dude. That's on you. Don't be mad at me for checking your shit.
Which conspiracy about this guy? That's what Actman does. Actman, somebody challenges one of his videos, and he says the guy's a bad parent. Someone challenges one of Actman's videos, he calls you like you're supporting homophobia. Sound familiar, Mama Max?
You did the same thing to Tommy, framing him as a Quantum TV.
Back up. I want to read the tweet that fucking kicked this off. All right.
Be mad at me for checking your shit. You did the same.
This is what I wrote. When I think about it, Actman tried to get Quantum TV kicked off legitimately. I no longer believe that from an update from Willie that we just got. I'll tell you that in a minute. I mean, Quantum TV intimidated and harassed his family. I'm wondering about that now. There's a problem with that. His ego could not handle that he did not have the power to get him kicked. This is my issue with this over here, because it was all about power.
Roads lead to one destination: the termination of your current YouTube channel.
That's when I realized this is nuts. This is how he responded to it. Ew. The way you phrase this is intellectually dishonest. He doesn't know what intellectually dishonest means.
It's a buzzword for him. Like
it's a buzz. It's a buzzword. That is probably the most intellectually honest take that actually happened. Everybody else was sucking your asshole. This wasn't about ego. Doesn't explain. This is about YouTube could overlook mountains of evidence regardless of how many people provided it. No, they were just pissed off at you because you called them a bunch of homophobes and threatened to dox their family. And they're a bunch of fucking censorship idiots like yourself. And they reacted like you would. And like Quantum TV would. But nice narrative you're trying to spin. It's just an opinion. At this point, when I wrote this on June 13th, it was just speculation.
Same thing to Tommy, framing him as a Quantum TV supporter.
What did you write? So Willie's a Quantum TV supporter. Tommy C, I know your intentions. You seek to turn this case around, and I'm telling you, there is nothing. Love how the guy calling me out for ego post in the Dems refused to voice chat with me. I refused to voice chat with you, and we're going to go over your DMs because I found you intellectually dishonest, and I know what that means. And you were. You would go on to brag to Nick how you're going to take my shit down because I goofed on you.
Supporter for what I thought was a fair statement, even going as far as trying to get YouTube to strike him over a meme involving J Station. He even DM'd Nick, "Oh boy, Tommy C's about to get a strike if I have anything to say about it." Bro, if you think you can make a joke about doxing and harassing YouTube employees' families, then Tommy can make an innocent joke about you. I'm glad you deleted the tweets though.
Sort of. But not really. Let me go look at what you sent me before.
You showing all your DMs?
Well, some of them. I gotta find you in here. What you sent me? Here's one. I mean, Tommy sees a guy for god-awful takes. I wrote, I'm known for getting it right long before it became a thing. Alex, John Swan, Actman, Bubba in 2002. And this is before it was 100% sealed.
2022.
Yeah. This is before he fucked it up completely.
Yeah.
The smoking gun you were looking for and that clears Quantum TV doesn't exist. He's behaving as a YouTuber. This is his version of you support pedophilia because you're friendly with Vito. That's what this is. This is all the tricks in the YouTuber book.
Yeah, he can't take the fact that you can criticize Quantum and criticize Actman at the same time.
No. And then when you actually put him on that, he's like, look, for my mental health, I can't help you research. I'm just going to criticize anything that comes about that doesn't put me in the best light humanly possible. And that's what he did to Willie. So going back to what I was saying, let's listen to him again.
With this decision and voiced their disagreement responsibly. People that complained ethically, you know what I mean?
So no. From what I understand, you don't have a problem with Willie Beck's video now. And I complained ethically. And this is what happened.
You want to talk about ethically?
Yeah. Here's your... I put all these things out before, so it's nothing new. I hear you have some issues with evidence that I've provided. I'll be honest, I might be heated over this whole situation, but I'm reaching out in good faith. I knew that wasn't the case immediately. Because I saw what he said prior. So I quoted
He was
him.
going back and forth with me too. And
yeah.
It was weird.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. He never apologized to you, did he? Did he apologize to you?
I don't remember. I don't think so. But
I hear you have some issues with the evidence. Please don't start off by putting something on me I had never said or did. I never did ask for evidence. I just said, look, this is the way I think it happened. He fucking blew his load. He thought he had him fucking gone, and it backfired on him. That's all I said. You saw it. You saw it on Willie's video. That's all I ever said. Here's what I did say though. Your ego got the better of you, and you fucked this up yourself. Well, I pretty much can maintain that. This has nothing to do with evidence, does it? How did actually my ego fuck up things for me? Self-aware. Want to hop in a call would be easier. And I'm like, no, I think you're dishonest. I think this new video is you're spinning this with complete bullshit as we speak. No, I don't want to talk about in private because I saw that you could contradict yourself with both Augie and Willie. So yeah, I saw when he was like calm and measured, and it was dishonest. So there's no reason to talk to him. And I think this to me is an Alex reach out to Nick back in 2019. Like he's trying to like he thinks I'm a typical, like I'm fucking 20 years older than him. I'm not hung up on my own fame. If I was, it's long over. All right, and it would have been dirt invaded anyway. And I've punched up higher than him and knocked people out. Pulse of her point. Catch the rest later. Gotta go. Actman, I should have dropped this situation. Why try to take away what you just got back? Yeah, it's gamble. I think he'll be fine, by the way. Yeah, like, why? They're not going to do shit. We did hear a rumor prior to going on that the guy that banned Actman or girl may have gotten fucking reamed by Susan. Good. Because no matter how insane Actman is, the demonetization, like normally demonetization came from like reporters telling YouTube that Dankula is a Nazi. So this was like a new thing. I freely admitted that back then. You have been dishonest with me. You've been putting me and others in the Quantum TV camp when pointing out your bad moves. That is truly intellectually dishonest. Having an opinion about how bad you have fucked yourself up is not. I don't trust you. You seem to shift gears depending on who you talk to. I have no reason to think you won't do the same with me in private. Seems reasonable. To make it short, I don't need to defend myself from your allegation that I'm trying to blow the lid off the story in Quantum TV's favor. You've already made that clear. Any call would be a waste of both our times. I'll deal with it the way I always do. Best of luck. Sorry about the channel, honestly. And people have pointed out that I signed it because I honestly did not think that he would. It was really, to me, it was like an email.
Yeah.
And you know my fucking grammar. I was like, so it was bye. So he fucking freaks out. I thought you were of sterner stuff. Now he's questioning like my manhood. Oh, well, stick to conspiracy theories. He clearly didn't see anything I said. I didn't have a conspiracy theory. I had speculation that you proved. And this right here shows that he was not worth talking to. This clears me. And a lot of people had a problem with what I wrote. They said that this statement right here was too harsh. This guy's the victim. And I'm like, yeah, he's a victim, but he helped it along. Proves my point. Waste of time. You and I both know what your intentions are. I sniffed you out. That's why you chickened out. Chickened out of you. You're nothing to me. Like that's the thing that people don't really get about me. Like, I don't know. Like, here's how I rank. Like, I'm not saying nobody can intimidate me, but I think the only time I've ever been intimidated is when I've been around generals, like General Petraeus, because that guy could reach out and touch me. Like, you YouTubers, like, you're nothing to me. And you see the 40,000 subs, and you also saw this with what's his name, bringing up my sub count at the time, with Mama Max. I don't know, like, this is not my legacy, shot from the point. This is my way to earn a living in a fun fucking way and interact with, like, cool people. Did I have an ego? Yeah. And I got checked too.
Yeah.
I got checked too. I thought I could beat up Keemstar. Yeah, whatever. Didn't work, but I kept him on his toes for a few years. Go look through the evidence. By all means, I'll send you anything by request. Well, that's interesting because why wouldn't you send it Willie like 2 days before when you're on Augie's stream? Don't drink yourself stupid. Well, where does that come from? You've been doing that a lot. Like now he's spamming me.
Yep.
I would be fine. So that was the 13th. I would be fine with this. So by the way, I don't know if I ever said this publicly. I had done the J Station joke. I was waiting for him to send it back to me prior to writing that. So that thing was going up like I was using it for an opening for a stream. And I did. And then I separated it, the J Station joke. Now it's still an opening for the stream. I can use it. What do they call that? You put a little thing when your stream starts. Yeah, then I now use it for that.
A cold opening? Yeah.
Yeah, a cold opening. It was cold opening stream, then I separated. I was like, well, this will get some hits. It did. I would be fine with the joke if it wasn't J Station. Well, who gives a fuck what and this wasn't happening. No action would be taken against my mother literally being doxxed. So I didn't fucking dox your mother. And by the way, I think those tweets are deleted now. He set the video up as if the call was real and then would write below it like, yeah, this is obviously a joke. I think that was done on purpose. My sense of humor dissipates at the point where the joke is about my family being doxxed. Well, who cares? Fucking grow up. Fucking you're a public figure. And YouTube did nothing about it. Tough luck. I've had rotten stuff happen to me. Hard for me to laugh at it right now. I don't know if the joke was for you. It was at your expense.
I suggest you make peace with whatever content you wish to publish on your channel before you see this screen again.
I was like, no, this is fine as is. And he keeps going. Well, I tried being reasonable. Hope you understand the emotional... I haven't responded to him. I tried to understand the emotional position I've been in. I don't care. Oh, fuck your position. You're a fucking millionaire. Making videos about games. You have a good position and you blew it because you're stupid. You blew it because you're stupid and an egomaniac that thought they could get something banned, and you couldn't deal with the fact that you couldn't get somebody banned. But you were so sure for all these years that you could. And when faced with reality, you went insane. You became what you hated. It's really not my intention. My intention all along is to share the truth. No! You wouldn't even help Willie. It wasn't good for your mental health. I'm willing to send whatever evidence you request. Why would I need evidence? I had an opinion. I had a statement. No, you didn't, I wrote. Not asking for anything, just letting you know. Don't care. So he just keeps going. So when he says best of luck, I literally love when people like fucking say best of luck and they don't mean it. All the best. I hope you get to heaven and not hell. Southerners love to do this. Well, I hope you don't end up in the charred walls of the damned. Biggest blunder. I love how Actman is bitching over people making fun of him with J Station video and trash talking him when he goes on and makes videos trash talking. Yeah, because what's me not for thee. So get this. Nick leaks the thing and he writes, "You helped me realize what I did wrong and brought me back. So thank you." Oh, you're my friend now. He has never apologized to me publicly. I can't believe you made me say that! He never deleted those tweets, as you can see. He only deleted the stuff related to J Station. I know that because when he fired back at me, and he's got a big crowd, I know, because I have, I use this. So, like, I get literally every notification. And this thing streamed for months. For months, like 2.5 months. So he only deleted the stuff that hurt him. So he didn't do me any fucking favors, and I didn't bring him to light.
What up, bitch?
Everyone has an ego from time to time. Some people never want to let go, but Actman at this point couldn't let go. That's what happened, and that's why he made this last video. You can't let go. Some people can't take an L. Is he as bad as Quantum? No. That guy's psycho. And stupid. Dumb. But I mean,
at the end of the day, go kill yourself, man.
Yeah, exactly. Although I agree with that in a lot of... I agree with that with people who disagree with me too. Found the smoking gun. You found the smoking gun. In hindsight, that was a good one. You got me good. It's not about getting you, man. It's about the freedom that you seek to criticize others. No, you didn't. Well, you almost ran to YouTube until you realized it was a bad idea. That he was going to... I mean, does anybody believe in the audience that if he couldn't have got me a strike for the J Station video, he wouldn't have? Of course he would have.
I mean, yeah, I think he...
Yeah.
would have. Can you switch to slow-mo, Tommy?
Oh, who's in there?
Our old friend.
Oh, really? Sure. We can do that. Sure. He's probably up. What is he up so late? Well, he's going to lose his... Yeah, what I got to do? Like, I want to make a point. Like, Real-talk the Rigor Mortis Messiah. It's almost been a year since Real-talk passed away. And, you know, people like... This guy likes to tease me because my friend died. My former host, my close friend, my creative partner. You don't see me fucking crying about it. And here's this Actman guy. Where the fuck? I forgot how to do it. I haven't done it in a while.
Oh, great. We had a vacation and now...
Yeah, I'm fucked. How do I do... I totally forgot how to do this. How shopping stream... Was it stream settings? Yeah, I kind of forgot. Stream health, shopping. This sucks. Oh no, I remember. Customization. I'm gonna request a review already. Wow. Customizations. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Slow-mo. Okay, fine. I only do the slow-mo for you guys so you can talk and get rid of idiots, because that actually burns him out. Deleted by Mari. What is she deleting?
I don't know. Like, Mari, don't ban anybody that's not spamming.
When did I give her fucking...
I don't know.
Mari, knock it off. Like, Bronx Beat's like a fan. You chase my fans away, you nut.
Yeah.
All right. Bronx Beats is good. Real-talk the Rigor Mortis Messiah is not good. Got it, Mari?
Yeah.
Jesus. All right.
He was spamming, but or whatever.
So if anybody that I criticize, like, you have no idea what it's like, I've probably gone through everything. I think at this point, I've gone through everything. I think that's fair to say. All right, so let's get back. I really wanted to answer that. 1 minute 18, this infuriated me. Right, we're already 40 minutes in. I got really the big part out. So let's, at this point, we're reacting to new stuff. And I will reference this with Willie's video after I tell you this. Everybody agrees that Actman's mother should not have been called. I've been up like, yeah, that might be a legitimate reason to ask for a banning if you're harassing the family. Before we went on with this, we called Willie Mack. His name and number were public, right? Willie Mack told us, and I want to hear it from you again.
Willie Mack told us that his name and number were public. He went to the website to find Actman's number. He called Actman and didn't go through. So there was another number on the website, and that's what went through to his mother.
So his mother's number was on the website.
From what Willie says, yeah.
From what Willie says. I trust him. His mother's number was on the website. That was omitted from every conversation. Had I known that at the time, I would have said, you fucking asked for it. Here, call shot from the point. That money, like, oh, okay. And then I'm just going to put Laura Callahan's number. Well, how can you talk to my 14-year-old daughter that way? Get the fuck out of here. Are you nuts? Are you nuts? So everything he had against Quantum, other than Quantum being objectively a douchebag and a copyright, everything that this guy did in his video that got taken down, except for the fact that he's a copyright abuser, is bullshit. If you don't believe me, fucking spam this motherfucker in the chat. I want you all to watch this afterwards, just to review.
Okay.
Put in Willie's video. Everything. That fucking changes a lot. And there's always, you kind of look at it like he told his boss to fuck off and he got fired. His whole goal was to get, this is not, I don't care, this is not righteous.
Quantum, all roads lead to one destination: the termination of your current YouTube channel.
This is never noble. Look how excited he is. Ridiculous. Just a YouTuber. All right.
That didn't resort to personal attacks or anything like that.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, well, I didn't. Well, look what happened.
I had such a massive amount of support.
Oh, really?
From
Elvis the Alien. Didn't he have to say he told you that I was a complete idiot and had to delete it?
Yeah, Elvis the Alien. I think Nick said once he gets on somebody's side, that's when the tide turns.
Yeah.
Right?
What the hell? Actman is one of the good guys. Apparently not. He's no better than you and everybody else. He's made amazing content. How does that change? Elvis just looked at the content he made. That's not what he said and what he did and how he behaved. It's not that we didn't do research. They didn't want us to do research, so they could say we didn't do research.
Maybe Elvis was hoping to start a podcast with Actman.
Who knows? Throw him under the bus if his fucking wife accused him of something.
Fellow content creators, a bunch of people I'd always looked up to, talked about the issue. Far too many to name, and even more creators learned about me because of this. And a lot of people were on my side, and I appreciate that. And I also want to say that I'm grateful to YouTube for reversing their decision to demonetize my channel.
Never should have been demonetized. One of the reasons I could just say, because there is no precedent for this. So let's make that abundantly clear. I
feel that what separates men from boys is not the mistakes you make, but how you handle them. I think it's much easier.
Piss poorly, kid.
To try and pretend like you didn't make a mistake and try to save face than it is to face the music and admit that maybe something happened that shouldn't have happened. That requires strength and confidence and a willingness to be better. So my channel was demonetized. The first question, why? The reason I was given is because of tweets I made threatening to dox and harass the family members of YouTube employees and other content creators. Which was exceptionally stupid.
Yeah.
I do believe they were satirical, but I mean, just knowing about, are you living under, he really must live in paradise. Nothing, he's been doing this content, getting nothing but accolades, nothing but fucking money over the years. He hasn't had to deal with any fucking drama, and the first time he gets in drama, he fucking blows it.
News, there seems to be a virus spreading that makes people look at everything 100% literally.
Like you. You literally did the same thing to me. And Willie. And twisted it.
Yeah, assume that we were Quantum TV fans.
I gotta be honest with you, and I don't demand apologies, and I'm not gonna start now, but this is the part where he apologizes to me.
The tweets,
you know why? Because when he came to me and he said, you helped show me the light, he didn't mean it. Which is why I wouldn't talk to him to begin with.
Tweets I made were satirical. They were clearly satirical,
I do agree
meant
with that.
to be a joke about a situation. Like, there's no debate. I made it painfully obvious for you and everyone so that something like this wouldn't happen. But there's a small population of people who, like...
How much you want to bet he called out YouTube a bunch of homophobes? He basically pulled YouTuber pedophiles, but it's YouTuber, you're homophobic. Pedophile! And they fucking used the satirical tweet to get you and pretended to take it literally.
Genuinely think I planned on making a video series called Doxing Adventures with Actman?
I don't think they did. I think they screwed you because you called them homophobes.
I hope it comes as no surprise to those people with functioning prefrontal cortexes, but
Everybody gets confused with this. They always go, are you stupid? Are you that sensitive? They're not being stupid or sensitive. They're trying to exert power, like you did.
I never had any intention to make such a series.
What?
Shocking, I know. So what was the point of those tweets? What was the joke? Well, the joke was...
Why would you do this when you got your shit back? I don't know.
Here's an instance of a content creator that has openly admitted to harassing the family members of a content creator and posting that content on his YouTube channel and making money off of it. This has been brought to YouTube's attention, and they have decided that this action does not violate any of the community guidelines, and therefore no action will be taken against it. This is an undisputed fact. That was YouTube's decision. And so I was making fun of...
Well, I don't know. I hadn't seen that video, in fairness, but do you watch the video and maybe they took Actman out of context? Or, Quantum TV out of context?
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't literal. Maybe he wanted to murder him satirically. I don't fucking know. I didn't watch the video, but is it that? Where am I? God damn it!
What are you doing?
I need a cigarette, man.
All right, cool. Just watch Tommy just meander around his room looking for a lighter.
He ran away, man. What the fuck? Jesus Louises. Chicken greases. God damn. What happened? Look, where did it go? Like this happened to me in the sleep study as well. Like my lighter just ran away. Like what happened? I had it right here.
Shut
up, Actman, you douchebag.
Just press play.
I'm having a nick. Oh, there it is. I dropped it.
I can't believe you made me say that!
Tommy's cigarettes. You'll never find. There you go. I'm smoking ultralights.
You're lighting up in the room? Oh no.
It's a guy who...
Yeah, I'll get in trouble. I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm having problems. I failed my sleep study.
Who's openly admitting to harassing someone else's family, and YouTube has seen it, and they say, that's okay. So it's like, okay, what would be the most absurd type of content to produce around harassing people's families, since apparently it is okay now? Well, doxing
and of course, we know now that when this come out, that I guess according to Willie Mack, his mother's number was on the fucking list.
Yeah.
Stupid. It didn't give him the right to intimidate her like this, but his number was there. That was like, get in touch with me. It's crazy.
Harassing YouTube.
She looks like somebody would rip you off your cigarettes. Leon
Yeah.
Taylor. She'd be like, coming on to you, act like she's gonna give you some, and then she swipes your cigarettes and dips.
Employees' families and other content creators' families. Little did I realize the satire would become reality.
Whoa!
When
Fresh Tuski, Actman, Real men don't hide behind a bunch of excuses. Also, Actman, there's a bunch of excuses. Yeah, kind of. Thanks so much.
YouTube decided that joking about doxing is far more serious than actual doxing. I brought to YouTube's attention the fact that this creator had posted the phone numbers of other creators on his community page, and I gave them screenshots. I provided them with the person.
Why didn't he say that in his video? Did he? That's serious. That is bizarre. All right, this is an Actman win if YouTube's ignoring that. And I think what Willie Mack says in the video, after you're done with this, you should watch Willie Mack's video. It's like this thing got so sidetracked from what it really should have been is, and when people abuse a copyright system, there's no punishment. That really should have been it from day one, right? Instead, it got sidetracked with homophobia and all sorts of other stupid shit, right?
YouTube hates the gays.
You know, and then if he's going around putting number, like YouTube's ignoring, YouTube hates the gays. Like, I know this guy's copyright striking. Let's make him a homophobe. You know, and maybe he is. I mean, he wrote some probably, as Willie Mack says, probably the most hateful thing I've ever I've never even joked around like that, you know, with like the Pulse nightclub shooting. I mean, that's insane.
Pick a side, YouTube.
You know,
the gays
I tell you something too. You know, remember when we were doing this too? Like, you know, Actman comes to me, hey, thanks for showing me the light. And then, like, Quantum TV tries to get in. Finally, somebody tried to, like, I did a stream and I said, yeah, I think this is all bullshit. And like, Quantum TV comes in one of my stuff says, finally, somebody trying to find the truth. And that's what you're saying about me. It's true. I do hate the gays. And Actman is the biggest. I can't say that. You know, like, he did the same thing. Like, oh, thanks for showing me the light. Oh yeah, you're telling the truth. And as soon as I said something that Quantum TV, he got all pissy with me after that. The only thing is he stopped copyright striking everybody.
Who was doxxed, who could testify on their own behalf about it, and I have heard nothing back on that matter. Now, some people have said, well, Actman, what this other content creator did to your family wasn't doxing, and I guess by a literal definition, you are correct. However, I labeled it doxing because it just seemed like the simplest explanation, like looking up someone's mom's address and phone number and contacting them and saying, hey,
like that's a problem. If Willie's white and she's on the contact list, that changes everything.
Your 27-year-old son, stop harassing me. It's like,
your son is causing trouble for me, and that's the whole reason for this call to begin with.
Fuck off. Like, what are her moms like? Get out of here, prick. Go to court then, you asshole.
You know, and then encouraging your audience to look up that
same. How did she know to record that? Wait a minute. It's a business phone.
Yeah.
I guess Willie's right. How did she know to record that? Because we're probably all recorded.
Yeah.
Same information.
I promise you, if you look into the Actman right now, you will find his full legal name. You'll find, just type Actman. Look for Actman's real name. Like, actually try to find people, you will find it. It's not hard.
Like, is that not doxing to say, hey, here's how you can look up this guy's address and phone number and do the same thing I did? It's not hard.
Contact.
I feel like that's doxing, but maybe it's incitement to dox, which is still terrible. The point is, my family...
I did not know this at the time. I had no fucking clue.
Wait, I forgot, Tommy. Quantum recorded it, not Actman.
Oh, Quantum recorded it?
Yeah.
Okay. So Quantum put out there, I called this guy's mom and lectured. Oh my God. He's dumb. See, Quantum's...
Welcome to my YouTube
luckily
channel.
for Actman, Quantum's stupid. You know, that guy had fucking... brains for dynamite. He couldn't blow his nose. I mean, like, oh my God. All right, so I'll take that back. Wasn't so hard. I just assumed.
It's just so. Hey,
like why? Why would you ever? I'm sorry. I maybe like I got this wrong. I admit. I apologize, Actman. But I couldn't get around my head. If you were gonna do something so dastardly to call your mother and drag her into this shit, why would you record that? That's like, I'm going to commit a triple homicide. Let's get the fucking, let's get a camcorder.
Selfie, as you're killing somebody.
He should be banned for YouTube for stupidity.
It's like, it's like streaming a mass shooting, It's
That's
like
hysterical. That's fucking funny is what that is.
Was harassed by another content creator who openly admitted to harassing my family members and inciting his fans to do the same. This was brought to YouTube's attention. He posted the evidence himself, and
he's gonna go after YouTube after he got his twat and say his balls. You gotta give him that. He's either got balls or he's stupid too.
YouTube decided that this was not against the community guidelines. So now the question that we all have to ask, and we all deserve an answer to, is it okay to harass the family members of other content creators?
You're doing it again. He's doing it again. Like, it could be as just simple as they let it off and they give everybody a clean sheet. No, YouTube has, under certain scenarios, he's suggesting that it's okay. YouTube is okay with harassing people's family members. It's not like, let me give you an example. It's not as simple as Vito has a wild opinion about how to treat sex offenders. No, I support that.
Right.
It's YouTube repeatos.
Pick a side.
Pick a side. Like, he's literally doing it right now. No, maybe they just like look the other way. They're not making a statement here. People get away with stuff on this fucking platform all the time. All the time.
I don't think that's an unreasonable question.
It is. It's ridiculous. And it shows you haven't learned a thing.
To ask. So my channel was...
Well, it might not be a unreasonable question to ask, but no reasonable person would think they would say, YouTube would say, yes, you could dox people under these circumstances.
Yeah.
It's definitely a follow-up.
Officially demonetized because of these tweets. There's quite a few problems with this.
It's called a gay guy a homophobe. How much you want to bet?
The first being that they were only up for...
He called a gay guy who's like all fucking woke and shit a homophobe, and that's all that really happened. That's it. That's really what it came down to. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet my other source is right that Susan wasn't particularly happy with the situation? He called a gay guy a homophobe, and did he not put the names of the? I don't think that's totally unreasonable because they're public figures as well. He put the names out of the people that were in charge of making.
So yeah, he took a video of the executives like talking and put he basically clipped that with the name in it.
Yeah,
and showed it. So yeah.
4 hours, and I was kindly...
I'm starting to think he's dumb. Call me crazy.
Really?
Yes.
You think so?
It's just, he's an example why, like, America is the greatest country to be born in, and you're just so lucky because you could be a raging fucking retard and fucking make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And I'm not even saying that he's a bad content creator. For all I know, he's great. I just don't watch gaming content like I used to, I like arcade content. That's my part. That's what I like. Well, maybe a little Thord and Smash when I want to.
How many situations have you been in, Tommy, where you've had creators that you really like and they turn out to be complete retards?
Just about all of them. No, I'm just kidding. There's a few guys. I'll tell you something. Willie Mack, I would be devastated if he turned on me. And Drew is sharing. Those guys are they're like rock solid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're so rock solid. I think they're like general people, but I'll be honest with you. I think most of the people are either retarded or not that genuine.
Right.
Even like, and I like some of them. I'm like, yeah. I'll tell you this. Like, I don't particularly like James Marriott all that much, but I used to. Right. I really did. I used to like him. I used to think like, wow, this guy's got really. He's got it. He's got something going on. He's doing something. I might not like his content, but he's doing something different. I'm impressed. Def Noodles, another example. But so it's like, yeah, it's like fucking more than half.
And respectfully asked if I would delete them through my partner manager at YouTube. The tweets were up for 4 hours, man. And at the first opportunity, when YouTube asked me if I could delete them, I did. That was a gesture of good faith. Yeah, I don't want anybody there to feel like they're actually under threat of being doxxed or their family.
But you know what the problem with that is, and you got all this credit from Willie Mack saying, I'm really glad you deleted those tweets. They were only tweets he deleted about me was the J Station ones. But you left all the other really bad faith, dishonest ones when you're saying I was trying to shape a narrative when I essentially said, it was like, look, I think you just made a huge judgmental error. You left all those up. They're still up. They're still up. They're up. So, I mean, this guy's just full of shit.
A simple 5-minute conversation could have cleared this up instantly without the need for such drastic action. You know how easy it would have been? Hey, Actman.
You know what he's even been doing? To take a fucking joke instead of trying to like brag to, you know, one of my perceived enemies that like I'm gonna get a strike. And what was his rationale at the time? He deleted these tweets, but he said something to the effect of, my whole thing is about YouTube enforcing their TOS. Tommy is just gonna have to get his. Even though I wasn't breaking TOS. You know, Alex Jones has been on.
I work at YouTube. I'm just one.
In fact, Alex Jones and Donald Trump's been banned, and he was on a podcast. They didn't ban the guys that put him on. They just banned the episode because he said he didn't believe the election was legit.
Leafy's been on. Leafy's been on podcasts and stuff. And
I know. What a dipshit. Bobax, all he could come up with was, well, he doesn't know drama too well. Well, I agree with that. But maybe he's an egomaniac that's trying to get everybody fucked that disagrees with him, like Quantum TV.
Wondering, do you actually intend on making the video series Doxing Adventures with Actman? To which I would have responded, no.
Tommy C is.
Here's a definition of satire. Because I don't know if there's some...
Dude, that would have been a really smart thing to say. That wouldn't have came off as passive-aggressive.
Kind of language barrier if certain people at YouTube don't understand what satire is, or maybe they're from a...
See, I don't even blame him for this. I have these conversations with Willie, too. Like, they think, like, oh, my God. Like, Willie does this all the time. It's not about that they don't understand. They're not just, like the right-wingers have, like, oh, they're all snowflakes. No, they're evil. They want you to shut you up. They don't want you to say bad things about them. You know, you should get it more than most.
A different country and don't understand the concept. I don't know how the joke went over so many people's heads to where it didn't
go over anybody's head. They used it against you, like you used J Station against me.
Reaction was demonetize his whole channel. Let's take his livelihood away from him.
Yeah.
Satire, if you're curious, is like over-exaggerated.
We're gonna get an explanation
now.
It's
jokes,
really
made to illustrate a point. You could check out South Park if you're interested in satire. Political satire is a thing. I highly encourage.
Ban that shit too.
Anybody confused on the...
He's like, here, check out these comedy stand-up specials. This is satire. Like, here you go.
Yeah. See, I think but in fairness to him, I think he honestly believes they don't understand satire, that they're just that stupid. I think he believes that. I think a lot of people believe that. You hear it all the time. People are just too sensitive nowadays. No, they're not. They're tyrants.
The matter of satire to look up definitions and do as much research as humanly possible, especially if those people work at YouTube and have to make decisions on demonetizing a channel based on legitimate threats, and if they have to differentiate between legitimate threats and fucking
Well, they don't. They get rid of the people that they don't like, and they apply that standard to them. They don't like you because you call them homophobe.
Satire. So here's what I don't get. If the tweets were a problem, why was action taken against me after the threat was neutralized? I laid down whatever...
That is a good point, though. He's claiming they came to him. Could you please take that shit down? And by the way, why were they telling you to take that shit down? Because they thought your audience would take it literally, or they didn't take it literally. They knew it was satire and did it anyway. And I know that because I've experienced the wrath of your audience. It's not like fans give a shit what's true. Sorry.
Fake weapons I was
especially kids that like video games.
Carrying, and I said, I'm not...
And my favorite YouTuber's under attack!
A threat to you. I don't mean this. And then 2 days later...
I could have 1,000 people right now. If I fucking tag this channel I wrote, YouTube is banning me. This is my last stream.
Sure.
Easy.
Let's do it!
No. Calm down.
Later, the channel's demonetized anyways. It's pretty shitty, right? Now, I understand that a ship as large and massive as YouTube, it takes some time to steer, right? There's thousands, if not tens of thousands of people working for essentially the second biggest website in the world. But it just sucks that, like, it takes 2 days to make a terrible decision that could potentially destroy someone's life.
It takes 2 seconds,
and it takes
actually.
over a month to
just a click
find
away.
out how to reverse that decision. Let's be clear. The first and only community guideline strike I have ever gotten was over 5 years ago in the Feminists and SJWs versus Video Games
you were that
video.
crowd,
Now,
huh?
if I had a chance, I'd go back and I'd rewrite certain parts of it. I'd say things a little bit differently, but overall,
Because YouTube made you, because they changed the rules.
like, the video doesn't violate community guidelines.
Sure.
And at one point, it was hit with
a
a strike. At which point, I reached out to a trusted flagger who got the strike.
I remember him. We were good with him.
Is that the
When
main
Keemstar sent a bunch of people to brigade me, and I kept on getting strikes. I went to bed and he kept on removing them like that.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's good.
because I had like 3 strikes. I woke up and all 3 of them were gone.
in the video reinstated. So I've been a clean boy. I shower every day, unlike most gamers. Please don't ostracize me for personal hygiene. I'm still one of you. So given my history of...
That was actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
That was really funny.
Not being a problem, again, it's all the more puzzling why the most extreme action was taken against me. I mean, besides just outright deleting my channel, demonetizing it is the second most extreme action you could have taken. I still don't understand it. This is the thing. What scares me is I still don't know the exact reason why my channel was demonetized or the Dark Age of YouTube video was taken down and given a strike. I still have no idea. I can only speculate, okay? When you report a video on YouTube,
I got a pretty good idea.
you include a timestamp for YouTube to look over. Naturally, I assume that makes their job a bit easier as they don't have to track down whatever part the user thinks violates the community guidelines. So when users...
Yeah, it's because they don't want to debate. Yeah, we know this. He still doesn't get it. I don't think you can make the Bovax argument. He just doesn't understand drama. He doesn't like he understands anything.
Report a video to YouTube, they include a timestamp. YouTube does not extend that same courtesy to its users. The Dark Age of YouTube is over 50 minutes long, and it was removed for unwanted sexualization. Okay, fair enough. Where did that occur? What part of the video did that occur? I got no clue. They didn't tell me that at all.
They really do need to do that, but I know why they don't, because they don't want to be called out in their bullshit. They screwed you. They screwed you. That's what they
there's
did.
a lot of things where like transparency is just not there.
No, it's just not there. I mean, I don't think it's completely fruitless to bring it up, but no, they screwed. Everybody knows you got screwed. I mean, I think that's your whole problem to begin with. It's like to you, it was just a narrative to get out there that you got screwed. I think everybody knew you got screwed, but there were people like me that thought like you put yourself in a position to get screwed. When you put yourself in a position to do something, it doesn't make the consequence right, correct, or justified. Let's go with the simplest example. Going into a bad neighborhood, being a super hot chick and wearing something skimpy. That girl has no right to be abused. But they're putting themselves in the worst possible position. It's a similar thing. You put yourself in the worst possible position. As Nick always brought up, the one thing that made this situation different was they had never done anything like this before. And I always think that's like the most fair argument in his defense. Like, this was crazy. And my source is right. The higher ups, not the guy who made the decision or girl. Twitch. Oh boy, Actman, if you believe YouTube is transparent, then I have a bridge to sell. Twitch. That was a good joke. I got my train of thought taken off. What was I talking about?
I think I lost my train of thought too, honestly.
Right,
that donation, fucking...
I can only assume it was the poorly photoshopped cucumber floating near Mr. TV's mouth that was considered unwanted sexualization.
But when women walking alone at night wearing skimpy outfits is compared to Actman. That's what you were going with.
Yeah. All right. You're putting yourself in a bad position by doing the satirical stuff you did that everybody knew is also putting yourself in a bad position.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say. I'm using women as a metaphor. Do you have the right to use monetization over that? No. Is that justified? No. Does a girl deserve to be brutally raped? No. She should be able to walk wherever she wants. But there's a reality here. You know, and sometimes that reality needs to be challenged.
Yeah.
I think one of the best examples it's not even influencers like Hollywood is what's her favorite from Star Wars? I heard a lot of that when they got what's the girl's name? She has an Italian last name.
Are you talking about the black woman?
No. The one before
her. The buff woman?
Yes. What the hell was her name?
UFC Star Wars
Gina
player.
Carano.
Gina Carano, yeah.
Gina Carano. All right, I heard a lot of things like, well, you should have known not to post that. Therefore, you deserve to lose your job. Right? And if you actually look at what she posted, it's basically, you know, love your neighbor, or these horrible things that happen in
I can't believe you made me say that!
In Germany can happen here. At Team YouTube, Tommy C made a video about me and said women that wear short skirts deserve to be raped. Trust me, bro. They're really throwing me for a loop tonight. Maybe I'm starting to get tired now.
Gina Carano.
Gina Carano. Yeah, Gina Carano. I think at that point, if you're getting censored or fired for saying love your neighbor, or this terrible thing could happen, here's an example of it. That you need to stand up for that. Satirical tweets about doxing people. I don't know. I don't know if that's worth a hill worth dying on. I think the Gina Carano one is.
I looked up unwanted sexualization and researched it. It sounds like it's threats of rape, like really extreme stuff.
No, yeah, he's probably right about this. Verbal name calling or solicited sexual attention. Yeah, there is something sexual about putting a cucumber next to somebody's mouth. I remember I put a dildo on Joe Cronin's face and got what you call it.
But I think one of the points they made, I think Real-talk used to do that all the time, though, right?
Yeah. Oh no, I have no doubt in my mind this is being labeling somebody a slut or a fag. No, these aren't threats. Didn't he just say like these are really threats? No, these are pretty fucking.
What up, bitch?
These rules are if you can literally say anything on YouTube anymore, this dude is a. Yeah, this isn't just threats of rape. This is name calling, spreading rumors about someone. Jesus, nobody could do anything on the site if they force that. Some of this stuff isn't enforced. It's just there to, and this is where it goes like, well, we don't get satire. No, they make these like, you just contradicted yourself. I want to point this out. Like, he really is dummy. He's a big dummy.
When I looked up unwanted sexualization and researched it, it sounds like it's threats of rape, like really.
Verbal name calling, threats of rape, labeling somebody slut or fag, threats of rape, spreading rumors, threats of rape. No. Commenting about somebody's body sexuality. No, that's not threats of rape. Physical, emotional, verbal attacks based on a label, slut, or sexuality or gender identity. No, that's not a threat. Groping someone's body. Okay, we're getting close. Creating a facilitating environment that is perceived, well, that's vague, as violent by somebody enforcing ideas about what? Creating or facilitating an environment that is perceived as violent by someone through enforcing ideas about gender. Well, that's definitely not rape related. In fact, only one of these are called groping. We're close. Physical control of public space and excluding bodies based on gender or sexuality. These are all thought crimes and speech crimes. Sharing images or stories about body, sexuality, gender. Like literally one of these examples of sexualized harassment matches what you say. Like, why would you put this up as an example that helps your case? No, it's super vague. Deliberately. Only one of these has to do with, that could even be close, and it's groping someone's body. Everything else is a thought crime.
Extreme stuff. unwanted
None of this stuff is extreme.
sexualization.
Does that mean Modern Warfare players are now? Yes.
Does not equate to a cucumber floating near someone's mouth. To me, it seems like, and I can't say this for certain.
They didn't hit Willie for that. Willie did it too.
It seems like
I could get on the train that it's selectively enforced. I could, yeah, it definitely is. But yeah, no, what you said, like this, in order to violate, it's got to be extreme. Everything on there wasn't all that extreme. It's just name calming and thought policing.
someone at YouTube was really, 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 really pissed off at whatever I did.
I know what you did. So do you.
They either took the jokes seriously or intentionally misinterpreted them and gave no quarter.
Or maybe you said the people that enforce these rules are homophobes because they support Actman or Quantum.
There was no...
We're omitting that completely.
Like, hey, are you serious? There was no conversation had. It was just, nope, you're gone. Maybe you'll come back. Who knows? And can you imagine the paranoia that creates? It's like, those first few weeks, dude, fucking sucked. My entire concept of life and reality was just flipped upside down.
Because you're stupid and your worldview doesn't match reality. Your worldview doesn't match reality. Nobody's does 100%. It's called learning. Like, this is your world, this is reality, and this is your worldview when you're a kid. And slowly, hopefully, not everybody, slowly it gets close to it, but it's never quite there. This is probably an adult worldview that's close to reality. Nobody has it. You're still here. Yeah, my mind was blown. Yeah, because you don't know anything.
I didn't know if I was going to get my channel back. I didn't know if I was going to keep making YouTube videos, the thing I've been passionately doing and putting so much love and effort into over the past 6 years. I didn't know if that was all just taken away from me in the snap of a finger, just Thanos out of existence because of a satirical joke tweet I deleted 4 hours after it was posted.
And he's omitting all the homophobic accusations he made against the company. He basically said YouTuber pedophiles. I'm using that as a metaphor. Pedophiles are us. Yeah, there you go.
People who made this decision asked me to. And again, I know that YouTube makes mistakes. They're not always perfect. I love this place. I want to see it be the best place it can be. I
want the government to deregulate it. Or regulate it, excuse me. That's what I want. I want the company split in 20 different directions. And I want, 330 reviewed if not taken away. How about that?
Want people to have the same opportunities that I had, and that is the reason why I started taking action against the content creator.
No, you started taking action because it's all about you, and that's why it went wrong. You started taking action because you're an ego.
Roads lead to one destination: the termination of your current YouTube channel.
I've got 1 million subs. You don't.
Because I felt like this creator was trying to rob others of those opportunities. This creator had a...
The second or third dumbest person I ever spoke to on this platform was Mischief.
History of terrible interactions with every other creator he came across. I heard their testimonies. I got their evidence. I asked people. This is a person that really shouldn't be on the platform. This is a person who... My family was not the first family they had harassed, okay? Likely won't be the last.
This is starting to feel like this is his last ditch effort to get him kicked. That's what it's starting to feel like to me. He can't get it. He can't just take his channel back.
My video was not the first that he attempted to falsely copyright strike and take down, which is against...
By the way, that's 100% true, and YouTube does got to do something about it.
The law. And I saw this person as a threat to the YouTube brand and
it gets a lot, I think, civilly. You got to take him to court for it.
Threat to the YouTube ecosystem. I listened to YouTube's words on their policies, on making the platform a better place, and I genuinely believed in them. I believed in the creator responsibility.
Reality, your worldview.
Initiative. and I don't know if I ever should again. I don't know if I should ever
not
stick
good
up
at
for
it.
another content creator that is getting false DMCA strikes, because I don't know what that's going to do to my channel. And for the long...
I'm sorry. I tried to help myself and it didn't work out, so I can't help you out in the future because I don't know what it's going to do to me. What a douchebag.
Longest time, I felt like trapped because I couldn't focus on real videos. And I realize I'm just ranting. This whole video is just going to be a rant because it's better to be unscripted and just be natural. But like, I would...
Because that works and gets more views.
At the computer, I would look at the script and I would look at my editing software and I would just think, I want to do anything else. I'd rather be doing anything else right now.
Yeah, welcome to being a job. Get over yourself.
Than editing a video.
You've seen me do that. I do it almost every day. I don't do this shit. Well, you know, so-and-so called somebody a pedophile. I know, Tommy, there's nothing else going on. We should cover that. I was like,
Clock keeps ticking like a metronome. Like just...
Yeah.
That's a great intro.
When I don't know.
Hey, what's going on today? Pedophiles.
I hate this too. How about that?
Yeah.
The only... I gotta be honest, I like doing shows. And that's it. I hate everything else. Everything. I like doing shows. I really... I told Nick that today. I was like, I hate the scene. I hate the scene.
Oh, you're that guy now.
Yeah, I really am.
God, the scene, man, it's not that good anymore. It's great.
I hate the scene. And I'm sorry. I put a word in the chat. Has the commentary community, like... Of course, certainly not my fans. but have you guys noticed that people are way more retarded than they were in 2016? Is it just me? Am I crazy? Put a 2 in the chat if I'm unsubbing your channel, and 1 if I'm right. I don't know. For calling me a 2 if I'm subbing because you call me retarded. Yeah, I just like, you feel like people are much more retarded than they used to be, and people have platforms that are super retarded. You know,
We've
like Sen, like nobody would take him serious back in 2016. He doesn't have his act together, but now they might. He has a little bit of a platform. Now the good thing is, like, the super duper retards don't have big platforms, but I mean, how long is that going to take? You know?
Else. I'd rather be doing anything else right now than editing a video.
Yeah, thanks.
When I don't know if my future is certain. And that's crazy. That's crazy for a channel.
Nobody's future's certain. You get by train, dude.
With 1.5 million subscribers, with not a single community guidelines or copyright strike to their name, to suddenly find themselves in a position where they're questioning their entire future, their livelihood,
Welcome
their
to
career.
YouTube. He's literally bitching about being a YouTuber. That's the thing that gets me. And these are things that I bitch about in private all the time, but he's acting like it's unique. That's what's so offensive about it. This is like unique to him. It's not.
Years of their life dedicated to this job.
God.
Do you understand how that feels? Do you understand?
You guys don't understand me. I have to pay my bills. I pay my child support. You could be taken away from me like that. Yeah, kind of like your job as a plumber or fucking, you know, you're working as a waitress somewhere and some guy's a complete dickhead and you throw fucking coffee in his face and maybe he deserves it and you lose your job. It's called life, douchebag.
Why I had this breakdown on Twitter, why I was so like, I got COVID. It was my birthday. My channel got demonetized the day before my birthday.
And you didn't go to bed, did you?
It was the worst birthday I ever had. And that's not a pity party, man.
It's the worst birthday. Really? Like, how do you follow with the, like, it's not a pity party. It's the worst birthday you ever had. I'm sorry, this is the worst birthday. Oh, we got to read these comments. It's just awful. It's scary to stand up for your morals when everything you built is at risk. Yeah, try everybody. And he makes us unique, and these jackasses like fall for it. I cannot believe that someone contacts somebody over such a petty topic. I would. Did you see the Susie Lou situation? She was willing to do anything. Who's this guy? Reminds me of the first time I got arrested. When they were boogieing me, they asked if I had suicidal thoughts. With a smirk on my face, I said, well, I'm in jail, aren't I? And they proceeded to put me in a solitary confinement. I like that guy. That's what you get for being a wise ass.
I didn't feel like a birthday. I couldn't even focus.
Oh my God.
But what hurt more was feeling like I was silenced. That I couldn't talk about this for fear of what might happen or what might not happen.
And it's fucked up, but you're not the only one. In fact, you're far from it. Actually, I actually think it's one of the things the First Amendment protects with absolute, it's completely objective, is political speech. This site fucking censors it all the time. In fact, gamers and stuff like that are like, actually, had you not brought politics into this, you might have got him banned. Think about fucking that. You brought the politics into this. You brought the Post Malone Club into it. That's why they got involved, because they usually don't do this. This is the Trump's fucking cronies and shit. But yeah, you made them look like a bunch of hypocrites. Congratulations, you're right.
Oh, maybe Actman is criticizing YouTube a little too much. Maybe this is a person we don't want on the platform. Do I speak out against injustice and risk my livelihood, or do I keep my trap shut and hate myself for not speaking about it? It's a tough position
You're not
to be
good
in.
at it. First of all, you don't hate yourself. Just know you suck at drama. You can't do this. You're not that smart. You're good at making video games, and do it. Because, like, I don't want you in the commentary community. You're fucking too dumb. Too fucking stupid. You can't talk to you, and you can't take criticism. That's not the guy we want. So yes, spare us free speech people. Shut the fuck up. That's an oxymoron, isn't it? Shut up.
Yeah, spare the free speech and shut up.
Spare the free speech thing. Shut the fuck up.
People at YouTube understand that I'm a real person. That like I put my heart, blood, and soul in my gamer juice into making videos. And this was the first time I genuinely was like, you know what?
I saw a guy at McDonald's. He's putting his heart and soul in a fucking scrub on the floor, man. You saw him. Nobody cared. He was really, he did a great job on that floor, too. I didn't find one fucking pickle. Asshole.
I was in Massachusetts once, and this tow truck guy got the car. Like, I was just so impressed how he did it. And I was like, hey, good job, man. And then I realized I was in Massachusetts, and I should keep my mouth shut. Because that's probably
this person is a real detriment to the platform.
Jack Mehoff. Actman can do nothing wrong. The host is a hater.
And I'm going to do what I can to prove that. And I thought I did. I think I proved it to a majority of people.
No, you didn't. You fucking did the copyright thing, and Willie Mack took apart everything you said after that. You got a lot of shit wrong.
This is a person that genuinely believes the world would be better off without gay people. And
do it again!
Like
you did it again!
That type of hate speech, it goes too far. Consistent.
You know what I might do? I think I might fucking call what's his face and have him do a rewind. Comrade. Yes. Yeah.
Only wishing death on other people, that goes too far. I'm just trying to get everyone to understand my mindset.
Did he do that on Twitter or did he do that on YouTube?
I think he did on both.
Yeah. Wow.
It's like there's a lot of questions I have. I would like to know what timestamps of the video violated the guidelines. I'd like to go back and fix them. It's an hour long.
But what point is it? If the rules are selectively enforced and only enforced for political reasons, what fucking good would timestamp do you? Because I could do the same thing and not get in trouble because it didn't get in fucking the Wall Street Journal. It's all bullshit. Stupid.
Video, right. At least give me that opportunity. Because here's the most important thing. I don't know what lesson I was supposed to have learned from this.
You weren't. You're supposed to be punished. You dummy.
Generally speaking, when you get punished
and silenced. That's what that was supposed to happen. There was nothing. There's like he talks like a fucking kid. Is he 30?
I think he's either 30 or close to.
He's like, Mom and Dad punished me. They're supposed to tell me what I did wrong. Therefore, I can't do it again. I mean, it's so childish. No, they screwed you.
By your workplace or your parents.
Like, that can't happen in the real world in this guy's mind. Happens in the movies, I guess. I don't know.
It's because you're meant to learn a lesson about something and about your behavior. I got no idea what the lesson was.
There was no lesson. The only lesson you should take from this is you don't know anything, and the way you see the world is not even close to reality. That's the only lesson you should be taking from this. And no, they didn't try to teach you that. They just tried to punish and silence you because you simply pissed them off. That's it. That's it. That's what it always was. You should have put the story out, leave the LGBTQ politics out of it, and let the commentary community do the rest. I can't believe you made me say that! Instead, you tried to pick a fight with me, who knows everybody in the commentary community. Can I come back to the poker? I'm really... Yeah, I guess you can.
Was the lesson that, don't make a video and have a cucumber be within 5 meters of your mouth? Was that the lesson? Was the lesson don't make satirical tweets about terrible things that happen to you? I want to know the lesson, YouTube, that you wanted me to take away from all of this.
Imagine they demonetize them. That would be hysterical. I mean, it would be right, but it would be hysterical. It would be absolutely outrageous. I want to learn the lesson. Here's a lesson. Fucking, you're not in charge of shit. Can't do shit. You aren't shit. How about that? What a dipshit.
Yeah, do you remember that someone went on Real-talk USA stream, asked a question, donated a question while Actman was on, and he said, why did he go after Tommy? And he blamed it on COVID.
Yeah, no. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he said he had COVID break.
It's funny. He blamed it on COVID, but he told me that I showed him the way.
Yeah. Do you know the way?
Where's the bands and bands? Here we are.
I thought you just kicked them. You ban them?
I don't think I did. I'm checking. Did I ban them? Yeah, you're not in there. You can join the poker server. I banned Shadow Humor and Extreme Dad because they're annoying people. And Liana because
she's crazy.
And then
that's what started it all.
I banned somebody else. I didn't. I'm not gonna say his name. Maybe I mentioned this before. This Actman shit's getting boring to me, so I want to talk.
Yeah.
And Joey was there. What the fuck? What was the first thing?
You talking about the German guy?
No, I'm not talking about any guy or any German guy or anything like that. So I'm in the poker server and I'm fucking rapping people. And my son, for whatever reason, the fucking 6-year-old boys, starts running down the stairs and up and down the stairs at full speed, completely fucking naked. And then makes a break for the pool, right?
Right.
And I said, what are you doing? Like, get dressed. Right?
Yeah.
And then this guy that I ended up banning says, I don't know anybody that would ever tell their wife to get dressed if they were naked. I told my 6-year-old to put some clothes on before he went outside. Oh. Later on, and it had to do with my daughter. Oh, God, I wish Joey was awake and he could tell, because this is what made me ban him. And this is only a couple weeks before I went on vacation.
Yeah.
It was.
You made me say that.
It was something to the. I can't. Hey, Faye, Actman is a nice tank top. And he does. Mine's cooler though. Mine says Larry Bird. He said we were talking about like a pedo situation, right? And I forget exactly. He somehow, or no, we were talking. No, he somehow brought my daughter up in it, right?
I thought the story was he was like mortuary assistant or something.
That was it. Okay, I couldn't remember. I couldn't. Oh, that was it. So, all right, my daughter is working to become a mortuary assistant and maybe beyond. And I said that because I thought it was kind of funny and weird. And Joey said something like the fact that, like, well, it's like a legit work. And I'm like, yeah, in the East Coast, like if you go to like all the funeral homes are named like Flaherty and O'Reilly or something like that. So she's got the right last name for it. I said something like that. And I'm like, I got like, look, if that's what she wants to do, that's fine. And then this guy said, well, you never know what those people do with the bodies when nobody's around. It just came out of nowhere. And then I said, like, this is right after the naked comment with my son. I'm like, my daughter? Like, she's just going into business. Yeah, but you know how they are. I'm pretty sure most mortuary assistants or people don't fucking do weird shit with bodies. I'm sure it happens.
I'm sure they're very.
I mean, I would probably pick up a hand and say, "Hey," no, but he was suggesting sexual, and I lost my mind. Yeah, I absolutely fucking lost it. Like, completely lost my mind because I don't know if necrophilia and my daughter should be in the same fucking sentence, and I threw him out. So you can join. You're not even banned from what I can see. There was one guy. There's some guy I don't know. Is it written on there? No reason provided. There was a guy that said he recorded people. This is extreme.
That was Crazy NF 2007 or something.
Yeah. There's another guy that didn't pay a debt. The shadow humor because he's shadow humor. There was Slug because he's no fun either. Actually, I wrote ban reason because I hate him. You know what this guy used to do? They started this bit like, "Oh, he fell off. You fell off." Did you? You probably missed that whole thing. It was like kind of a running jag, and then he started it, right? So it was really annoying, and everybody hated it. I didn't mind it so much, but everybody hated it. So in his band reason, I wrote, "He fell off." And Leanna's like insane.
You know, that right there is kind of what started the whole Liana crazy arc, right?
She was
banning Liana from the poker server.
Yeah.
That's what started everything.
Yeah, she started the game and then she dipped.
Yeah.
How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? All right. I'm done with this shit. Is it? I don't know. Are you guys done? I'm done. What do you got?
I got one thing you can check out real quick.
Sure.
Let me find it real quick. By the way, Sen's been reacting to our whole show.
Oh, good. I don't care. Let him do it.
This right here looks kind of interesting.
Send it.
I don't know if you're familiar with Red Bar. Are you familiar with Red Bar?
Yes, I am. I hear about him every day. He's the greatest of all time. Joey talks about Red Bar when he talks about The Sopranos.
Okay, well then you're gonna like this, and I think Joey might like this because his world's colliding. Then
apparently, I've known about. I tipped Nick off because I talked about it with him today.
Yeah.
Know how to do. This is my channel, and it's going to reflect my thoughts, opinions, and life experiences. With that being said, I'm currently literally receiving hundreds, if not thousands, of messages every week telling me to off myself.
Right, so this is perfect. When I had messaged him, it was all Def Noodle love. I mean, there's nobody against him. Where is my DM? Where is it? Is it? Ooh. Is there a little line there? That's very black. Where's my DM? Mike was right. Thank you. Could have saved yourself a lot of trouble there. Hundreds of thousands of people are now telling him to off himself. He could have prevented it all if he would have just listened to me. Because he's trying to go my route here where it's fuck all those people, right?
Yep.
So I could have saved you some drama. He's in hell now. Watch this.
Know how to do. This is.
So now he's on Red Bar's radar.
Yeah, I'm hearing rumors. I've been hearing. I think Nick. I said something to Nick. I'm like, this guy Red Bar is keying in on him, and I know some stuff too. All I can say is buckle up.
Well, I know. Yeah, I know.
Buckle up for the Red Bar show. It's coming.
Yeah, maybe we can talk about that off stream because I think I know the same thing that you know.
Yeah, officially, yeah. It's coming. It's going to be great, and there's nothing they can do about it. Big dummy. Big dummy. Apparently, Red Bar, so this is something I've never expressed publicly. I don't particularly like comedians. You know, I think you know that I don't particularly like them. Like, they're a bunch of conspiracy theory kooks. Now, they're comedians I like, that I find entertaining, but I find them personally just lowlifes. Red Bar apparently hates comedians, and the only thing he hates more than a comedian is somebody pretending to be one.
True.
Yeah. So, okay, good luck with that one. You know, this guy plays the motherfucking long game too. According to Joey, he had Andrew Tate on years before he's like been as relevant as he is now, and he pulled a I'm not saying he stole it because I kind of stole it from Stern. The Got a Cringe bit I did for like 40 minutes, I agreed with him and went out there and I'm like, what are you, fucking crazy? He had Andrew Tate on for like 3 hours, I'm told. And at the end, he was like, no, I don't agree with you, fucking idiot. Like, you big dummy. So I always love that joke. That's fucking funny.
Have you heard about Gavin McInnes?
He got arrested. About what?
Yeah, on stream.
Let me see.
Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Let me see.
This one. And I talked to Crip about it. And it seems like, because I was trying to see if it's real or not. It feels like it might be real. If it's not, it's a great bit. That's all I can say. But it feels real.
It's tough to tell with Gavin.
Tough to tell with Crip, too.
We're shooting a show. Can we do this another time?
What did he get arrested for? See, I could believe he's getting arrested because there's a lot of people like around Trump are getting arrested and stuff like that. And you see what you have. You know, did you see that thing that Mark Zuckerberg admitted to? It should be the biggest story on the fucking planet. With on Trump, the FBI came in and told him it was the Biden laptop was Russian disinformation.
Yeah,
they had possession of the laptop when they told Zuckerberg that.
Yeah,
the FBI has been completely discredited. Have I told my FBI story yet? Somebody actually said I was threatening to do it on vacation, and then like Big E came in and says, "Yeah, you told that story like 3 years ago, dude."
Yeah, I mean, you told me the story like
a couple days ago. Yeah. Let's see this.
Well, I have the clip, the Zuckerberg clip. If you want to see it?
Sure.
Yeah. All right, I'm happy to do that. Let's. I'll get a lawyer.
Because yeah, you can't really hear anything else with Gavin.
I'm listening closely. Hold on. I boosted it.
I didn't let you in.
Is Crips here?
Yeah, man, what are you doing? Are you getting arrested again?
I mean, it's typical really young Crip, right? He gets the biggest break of his life, and fucking guy gets arrested. His boss gets arrested.
I've had worse things happen to me, Matt.
I watched Red Bar since middle school, so seeing Mike on your channel was really insane. Yeah, I don't know. From what I understand, like he's a fucking legend. And the thing with Red Bar is, I've never heard of him, and that's not like. I'm not sitting there. I am not. I do not want to get in this guy's path. I'm not saying like, who are you? I honestly just didn't know who he was. I know he went after Anthony Cumia like quite effectively.
Cumia, Rogan, all those guys.
So like, I'm only found about it in the last month because Joey cannot shut up about him, right?
Right.
So I'm in the middle of like giving him a chance, you know, and like I think. The thing I'm getting is, I didn't like Stern when I first listened to him because I didn't get it, and I think I'm going through that with Red Bar too. I think there's something genius there. I just don't get it yet. I think I'll get it eventually. So rather than doing what I do as a teenager, this guy sucks. I'm just gonna give it some time, and see if I like it, because he's doing something. Red Bar sees somebody I would instantly hate or didn't think he was funny, and then over time, like, he's the greatest thing ever. Because me and Joey's comedic are like aligned, but I haven't yet to see something like blew my mind, but it might be just the right clip, and the fact that he's going after. Here's what I get. Red Bar's ridiculously smart, at least in this game. Does anything else happen? No. Oh well.
No, nothing else happens. But I've heard rumors that Salvo and Red Bar are kind of close.
Salvo's a plant.
And that Salvo kind of like that's kind of what Salvo's going with. He's like the. Is it
Augie even saying that too? Like Salvo's a plant.
I mean, it's a possibility. Yeah.
Salvo's too good. He's too good for us. Oh, he's so funny. But wouldn't it be funny if like Logan Paul just sent a bunch of like real comedians to
infiltrate the
infiltrate? Yeah.
I mean, that would be pretty ridiculous. I mean, at that point, I think Logan Paul would be a narcissist because Jesus Christ.
Who knows? So all these guys that like, it's probably good for the whole commentary community if they want to take it over. I'm up for anything. And Red Bar seems like a classic shock jock, so I'm fucking over. Like, take over, dude. But I get the feeling Red Bar's got his own thing. He's already made his money, and I heard he's only 37 too.
Red Bar?
Yeah. He's one of those guys that grade out quick.
He looks a little, yeah. He's only like 48.
He's been doing this since he was a teenager, like 2003. That's what I was told. I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah.
I haven't got it yet, but I'm just starting. Like, I'm becoming a Red Bar fan. But if he wants to go fuck with Def Noodles, that's fine with me.
How do you guys handle things when they're a big news item that's controversial? Like, there was a lot of attention on Twitter during the election because of the Hunter Biden laptop story. The New York Post.
We had that too.
Yeah, so you guys censored that as well?
So we took a different path than Twitter.
But we censored it.
I mean, basically, the background here is the FBI, I think, basically came to us, some folks on our team, and was like, hey, just so you know, like, you should be on high alert. There was we thought that there was a lot of Russian propaganda in the 2016 election. We have it on notice that basically there's about to be some kind of dump of that's similar to that. So just be vigilant.
There wasn't that much Russian propaganda in the 2016 election. The propaganda was there was Russian propaganda.
So our protocol is different from Twitter's. What Twitter did is they said you can't share this at all. We didn't do that. What we do is we have if something is reported to us as...
I like how he thinks. I really wonder if Mark knows the can of worms he opened up. Well, that would be up to the Republicans to actually see this through. Because if what he's saying is true, this is the most blatant government First Amendment violation in the history of the United States. Yeah. The FBI is lying to a social media company in order to get them to censor a political opponent or a political opponent's dirt on somebody else. That is right out of Soviet Russia. And I don't think he said, or like my dad thinks, I forget the example he used, but the social media companies feel slighted a little bit by them, and he's just paying them back one.
Right.
Because he's like, that guy's no dummy. Even fucking smart people make mistakes. Oh, that was it. They're watching fucking Elon and they're terrified. In other words, with all the bot information, like we all knew about the bots and shit, but now it's becoming like a light. So he's trying to get out from under it because he's gonna say like there's dirt coming out about Twitter. There's dirt going to be coming out Facebook and all these other things. Not only with censorship and probably stuff a lot worse. So he's getting out in front of it by saying, "Yeah, the FBI contacted us." That is not their job. That is not their job. And that's the thing when Jen Psaki or that other bimbo that's in there starts saying social media companies need to do more, and then we have this information on top of it where the FBI is contacting them, and on top of that, yeah, they're trying to sway things their way. They're trying to get truth stifled because it hurts them. This should be the biggest story on the planet, and it's only like a day or two, and everybody will forget it.
Right.
It's just like Augie. I think Augie wrote the smartest tweet I ever seen him write. Although I'm guilty of it too. You know, you see everybody's making fun of Andrew Tate, and Augie thinks that's a sign of people that are just I forget the word he used, like are kind of accepting the censorship now and the depersonalization and the gatekeeping of who can be a public figure and who can't. We're just getting used to it. You know, we watched it happen with Alex, and these social media companies, without a doubt, man, 330 may need to go. They don't even use their protections. They use protections as the protections are there for, like, if I say something like completely crazy, they can't get sued for something I say because it's an open platform.
Right.
But they treat it like something else, and with the censor. But in order to have the platform where they don't get sued, they're not supposed to censor people unless they're like speaking violence, and we know, or threatening violence or something like that, and we know that is not a problem. The people that get banned are not always talking about violence, unless you go the Kevil's route and like any questioning of the LGBTQ transgender movement is violence in itself. You go with what she suggests. So this should be the biggest story on the planet. This is the biggest censorship story. This should, I mean, I hate to say this, but if the whole Gamergate crew is still around, I think they'd be all over this shit.
Yeah.
This is frightening. This is legitimately frightening. I don't like the grandstands too often, but I guess on this one, yeah. Sure. This is nuts. The FBI came to us and told us there was Russian information, and we know for a fact at the time they would have had possession of the laptop. Unbelievable.
Potentially misinformation, important misinformation. We also have this third-party fact-checking program because we don't want to be deciding what's true and false.
Yeah. Maybe my dad's right.
And I think
it's their fault, not ours.
It was 5 or 7 days when it was basically being determined whether it was false. The distribution on Facebook was decreased, but people were still allowed to share it. So you could still share it. You could still consume it.
So when you say the distribution is decreased,
it got shared.
How does that work?
It basically, the ranking in newsfeed was a little bit less. So fewer people saw it than would have otherwise. So it definitely...
By what percentage?
I don't know off the top of my head, but it's meaningful. But basically
like, aren't you... Did the FBI came to you and told you to censor a story that was completely fucking true? I mean, I had guys in my timeline saying the whole thing's bullshit because the guy who found it was legally blind. That was not Deller. Deller wouldn't say that. Who's the guy that's on Paint? The Call of Duty guy. He's like he's got...
Are you there?
Yeah, he's got Trump.
You're going out. You're like roboting.
I'm roboting?
Yeah.
I think Wolfgang kicked the cord. That's the problem. We have cord problems in here. Yeah, I lost a bunch of frames. Well, I'll just wrap it up. This should be period. Anything else? Probably should end it. It's 2 hours. It's 5 o'clock in the morning here. Found him you can't talk about... Yeah, you can't talk about that, LOL. It's pretty funny. Am I down again? Yeah, I think it might be him walking back and forth. We have to get a guy come in here. We have to get a guy to come in here and like run the cable differently. I think that's it. That's pretty much it. Because we have cables on the floor, and I think my father-in-law is kicking it as he's walking back and forth. FBI, open up. Really, don't trust the government, folks, especially the American government. They're out of control. Any government can go replete. I've lived in Germany in several years. I've read a lot about Germany prior to the war. They're pretty fucking normal people before. It can happen in the States, too. It can happen anywhere. History is replete with democracies that go awry. But the fact that they came and told him the FBI is in the pocket of the Democrats, I think it's beyond. I mean, unless the only way I'd be wrong is if Zuckerberg just stone lied. It's not their place. They have their lawsuit protection. It is not their place. So they keep information from you that made you decide, like, you know. And here's the thing, you know, the Hunter Biden thing was, it wasn't just because he was like fucking getting foot jobs from hookers and shit like that. It's that he was doing business dealings with his dad, with fucking, you know, enemies of ours. And by the way, Joe Biden denied he didn't know anything about what was going on with his kids. Well, we know that's what was going on with his kids. Now we know that. We know that's not true. So the FBI talking to Mark Zuckerberg is I'm sure it wasn't the first time, and I'm sure they deal with Twitter. And I think my dad's right. I think they're terrified of what Elon's doing. He's going to end up buying those shares if he does buy it for like fucking 10 cents if this keeps up. And they're all doing shady shit. Every one of these media companies. And you know what? Tim Pool warned us about 5 years ago. What he said was he works for these news companies, and and social media probably does the same thing. Did you ever see those like click those things like find out what 16 celebrities or where 16 celebrities are now or some shit like that, and you get that like a little pop up, right?
Yeah.
Well, that pop up is guaranteed because people like pop culture shit like the more than they like the news to get a lot more hits than even the article that it's attached to itself. Right. So what they do is they put those things in and they add it to the overall. Oh, this is how many people are watching our news stuff. And it's like across the fucking board. Facebook does it. Everybody does it. And he, like, Zuckerberg maybe get out in front of this prior to all the cards collapsing. And like every one of these guys are committing fraud against the government, committing like fraudulently dealing with us and fraudulently lying to the advertisers. You know, you think, look, well, I'm buying advertisement for 1 million fucking people that are going to see this, and it's really only about 100,000 or 50,000 or some shit.
Right.
So I think my dad's onto something that I know it's a little incoherent, but they're doing a lot of shit. They're talking to the cops when they shouldn't, because talking to the cops when they don't have to. They're lying about everything, and he's just like, he's going to be like, well, I tried, you know, I tried to be the most honest social media oligarch as all of them. That might be the first step, and he did it on Rogan. Should be the biggest story in the world. Should be the biggest story in the world. The FBI's telling fucking social media to shut us up. It's unbelievable. I mean, how far off are we from arresting fucking opponents to the Democratic Party? Really not that far off, considering what happened in Mar-a-Lago. Time to go.
All right.
See you guys Monday. I hope you appreciated this like extra stream, because I gotta go back to the sleep study. Bill Hicks did call it. I was wrong about him. Bill Hicks was right about a lot of things.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-town to King's home, slapping fives, black stones. 6 mile to danger zones, bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip-hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe, here's a headline.
At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man.